Hey, thanks everybody for joining us today. Live Music Nation podcast, festival edition. Today we're with Christina Hayes. She's with the City of Great Bend and the Convention and Visitors Bureau specifically. Christina, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
You guys host a number of events throughout the town, throughout the year. We've been a participant at a few of them in the past. Give us a little background on you, Christina. Where did you grow up, and talk a little bit about your career and your position with the city?
Well, I am a proud Barton County resident for most of my life. I was born and raised in Claflin, Kansas. So I love that I get to do a dream job here in my hometown area. And yeah, I went to school at Fort Hays and ended up like I don't even know how I got into event planning and marketing and all that. It actually, I don't know, came natural, I guess, and people started pointing me in the right direction and things worked out for me. So yeah, that's real. I grew up here, proud to be here, and I love it here.
Perfect. Talk about a little bit about what you guys do there in Great Bend.
So my role, I have two roles actually, and my role is two-sided. So on one side, I get to create events and festivals and like retail focused fun, I guess, for the city of Great Bend. And that is what I've been doing for 12 years. And then in 2016, I took on also the Convention and Visitors Bureau side. So then I do the tourism side and help do the promotion of Great Bend 100 miles out. So two roles, although, you know, it all meshes well together in one. I also help manage and run the Great Bend Event Center. So any weddings or reunions or, you know, events that are happening there get to come through my department too. So all things event, all things promotion for the city, that's me.
Perfect. All right, let's hit a couple of your big events this summer and this fall.
Okay, well, where do you want to start? Do I get to start with everything from the Art and Wine Walk even? Can I talk about that?
Yeah, let's talk about the ones you really want to promote. Absolutely.
Okay, so in May every year, one of our biggest and most successful retail events that we have in Great Bend is the Art and Wine Walk. It's a free event where the participating stores downtown host a artist, and you can travel around. You get to taste hors d'oeuvres, you get to taste wine, and you get to look at various different pieces of art. Some of them are for sale, some of them are just for display. And so that is a super successful event that always takes place the first or second week in May. And this year it is the first Friday of May, which is May 5th. So it's actually on Cinco de Mayo, even though our Cinco de Mayo festival will be Saturday, the next day. It's definitely a time to be in downtown Great Bend for sure. Some of the other big events, of course, is our June Jaunt, and this is our 12th annual for the June Jaunt. This event actually started as a regional effort, and it still is regional. We just don't have as many communities that are participating. It went from Ellenwood all the way out to Tribune, Kansas. So on K96, it's kind of a get your fix or get your kicks in K96, and it focuses on arts and crafts and cuisine and music and food and so much more. And that's when last year we had you as our Friday fun, and you were a performer. That was the first time I actually put a live performer on Friday night, so it worked out great. I kind of loved it.
Right.
And we always do like a car show, an outdoor movie, and then the next day we have everything in the festival, like all day long music, a beer garden. We have 12 different jumbo yard games. We have a vendor fair in Jack Kilby Square, a kids zone. I mean, it goes on and on. So that's really a fun event. And it focuses on a lot of different things. And that one mostly is in Jack Kilby Square. But then I would say our other end of summer bash is Party in the Park. And that's always at Veterans Memorial Park. And that's always the second Saturday of August. And that starts with usually an obstacle mud run, mud volleyball. We have paint in the park. We have oh my gosh, I'm trying to think. This year we're bringing a Nerf gun war. We have a kids zone, of course, there as well, a car show. I already said mud volleyball because that's always a huge pull there. Sometimes we have mega kites. We actually are not going to bring the kites back this year because the last 3 years we had not enough wind in Kansas, so we couldn't get them up. So we're going to try something a little bit different. And then it always ends with a concert and fireworks in Alburns Field. So that's always a big win for that one. And then if we're just going to keep going, I can keep going to one more big festival that we have annually, which is the Home for the Holidays Festival and Parade. And that's always when Santa comes to town for Great Bend. It's always the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and it kicks off kicks off Christmas in Great Bend, opens our Trail of Lights, and we have all sorts of fun in the square.
Christina, your job is diverse. You have to include a lot of different people, a lot of different ages, from a lot of different demographics. How do you do that? Like, how do you keep everybody happy? Try to involve everybody as it goes through there. What's the secret to that?
Well, I don't know if you can always keep everybody happy. My goal, though, is a personal thing I always strive for is I am so blessed that I have a job where I get to create opportunities for families and individuals to make memories in Great Bend. And so that's what I focus on. So I always try to do a little bit of something different for other people. And of course, that can change a little bit. So for example, let's just say, Jake, you came in and said, hey, I really want to do I don't know, model airplane display, that I would make that happen and add that to the big piece of it, because obviously it's good to have different things and tie things together. But I also do see that when you host an event or a festival, it's good to have a staple, meaning the same thing happens, people kind of know what to expect, but you change it up a little bit. Like the entertainment's not ever the same. And, you just change it and make it and adapt to what people request or what people ask for or what people attend the most, I guess. So that's really how I do it. I always, like I said, my goal is always to create opportunities for people to make memories.
Best part of your job?
That, and the fact that I don't ever do the same thing every day, ever. So I'm always planning, way ahead, and things are changing up and cool ideas come to fruition and we get to try new things. I love that it's not the same thing every day and I'm running and going 100 miles an hour every day.
Yeah, no, that makes great sense. All right, because I am in live music and live entertainment, I always ask these two questions because I get different answers every time. Christina, what is the best concert you've ever been to your entire life?
The best concert I've ever been to that's a tough question. But it's maybe easier for me to say my favorite concert is George Strait, like 100%. Okay. I'd go watch George Strait 1,000 more times if I could, even though he just stands there.
Yeah.
He's so good.
No, that is good. Dead or alive, you could bring one musical act to Great Bend, Kansas. Who would you bring?
Oh my goodness. George Strait, probably. George Strait.
That'd be so cool. Thing. Yeah, no, like just packed downtown.
I would also say, like Garth Brooks, also a win. But I am a country music fan. I would definitely say that. Or Prince, maybe. Prince would be fun. That'd be different and fun.
Yeah,
Queen, I don't know.
Just shut down 56, shut down 281, and just jumbotrons all the way around Jack Kilby Square. That'd be fantastic.
Oh my gosh, it would. But I want to ask you too, what's your favorite concert you've ever been to? I'd like to know as well. You probably told your viewers already.
So for me, it's probably a combination of, so if I have to pick one, I'm going to say Garth Brooks. But second would be one of the years that we played Country Stampede. We got backstage during Jason Aldean, and we just made friends with the sweet young lady. She's an older lady at the gate. She thought I was somebody really, really important that I wasn't. And we were the only two people that sat backstage during Jason Aldean's concert and got to watch the whole thing back there. So that's probably second favorite. Third favorite, I can't talk about. So we're good. But those would be the best. Those are, and that's a great question because everybody's experience at something is different,
Absolutely.
As it goes through there. Christina, how do people find out more about what's going on in the city of Great Bend and the events that you guys offer?
The best way is to follow us on Explore Great Bend on Facebook. That's where we post it all. That's where we share it all. Of course, we do have exploregreatbend.com as well. Although we'll probably, for the latest and greatest, you're going to go to our Facebook page because it gets all posted there. We're always willing to share fun stuff happening in our area. So follow us on Explore Great Bend.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Christina. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a great day.
You too.
Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle